He was just a teenager when it happened. His name was Arjun. He had what doctors later called a near-death experience, but Arjun never believed that's all it was. He was walking home one rainy night when lightning struck the road just a few feet ahead. The next moment, silence. Darkness. A strange hum, like distant singing. Then, light. But it wasn't the hospital lights. He found himself floating, bodiless, staring at a vast sphere of golden light surrounded by stars. Time didn't exist. He wasn't breathing, because there was no body to breathe. And yet, he felt more alive than ever. A voice, but not a voice, spoke from the light. This is not your first life. And it is not the only dream. Wake up, when you're ready. Then suddenly, he gasped awake on the hospital bed, crying uncontrollably. Everything felt unreal. Everything felt like a dream. For years, Arjun tried to forget it. But it haunted him. The way the world felt too structured. Too perfectly timed. The way reality sometimes seemed to glitch. He began to wonder, what if life itself is a dream? Not a metaphorical one, but a literal, high-level simulation within consciousness. And if that's true, then who is dreaming? Imagine you're holding a cup of coffee. You feel the warmth. You smell the aroma. You hear the world around you. But how do you know it's real? Because your senses say so. Neuroscience reveals something profound: we don't see reality. We see a simulation inside our brain, created by limited sensory inputs. Our eyes see less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum. Our ears catch only a sliver of possible sound frequencies. So, what else is out there that we cannot perceive? Now bring in quantum mechanics, the science of the tiniest building blocks of the universe. When we observe subatomic particles, they behave differently. Particles like electrons exist in a state of possibility, a wave function, until someone observes them. Then, they collapse into a fixed position. This is known as the observer effect. What does that mean? Simply put, the universe reacts to being watched. Is reality waiting to be observed? Or worse, is it created by the act of observation? That's when things get strange. That's when reality starts to look suspiciously like a dream. Let's turn the spotlight inward. In a dream, the world seems real. Emotions feel genuine. People speak. Colors glow. Rules of logic bend. And yet, you believe it while you're in it. Only upon awakening do you realize it was just a dream. But what is just a dream? In dreams, your brain constructs entire environments with characters, landscapes, even laws of physics, without input from the physical world. Your subconscious becomes the director of a movie you believe is real. Could this waking life be another layer of that illusion? Could we be asleep in a greater reality, dreaming this existence? Now, enter one of the most controversial yet mind-blowing theories: quantum consciousness. Proposed by physician Stuart Hameroff and physicist Sir Roger Penrose, this theory suggests that consciousness is not just a byproduct of the brain, but may arise from quantum-level activities inside neurons. These aren't just electrical impulses. They are tiny structures called microtubules, which may entangle with the quantum field. In quantum physics, two particles can be entangled, meaning a change in one instantly changes the other, even if they're galaxies apart. Now imagine your consciousness entangled with a greater field, a non-local field that transcends space and time. Could your thoughts, dreams, and awareness be rooted in a cosmic, quantum network? This makes our everyday perception just a projection of something deeper. Like a dream, this reality is a local instance of a greater, non-local source. Surprisingly, ancient cultures hinted at this long before science caught up. In Hindu philosophy, Maya is the illusion of reality. The world is seen as a cosmic dream of Brahman, the source consciousness. In Buddhism, the world is impermanent, like a dream, and awakening from delusion is the path to enlightenment. The Tibetan Book of the Dead describes life and death as states of dreamlike transition. The Egyptian Book of the Dead speaks of the journey through layers of reality. Even the Gnostics described Earth as a dream trap, a simulation created by a lesser being. What were they trying to tell us? That life, as we perceive it, is not the ultimate reality, but a shadow, a dream, a story told by the true self sleeping somewhere beyond the stars. Now let's take a strange leap. Modern scientists like Elon Musk and philosopher Nick Bostrom have said it's likely we're living in a simulation. According to this argument, if a civilization can run perfect simulations, they probably would. And we'd likely be inside one. But this is where ancient wisdom pushes back. Not a computer simulation, but a consciousness-generated dream, a divine illusion. This changes the question from who programmed this, to who is the dreamer. Are you the dreamer? Or are you the dream? Many people report what could be called glitches in the matrix. Déjà vu, feeling like you've been here before. Lucid dreams, where you wake up inside a dream and control it. Synchronicity, meaningful coincidences beyond logic. Out-of-body experiences and near-death visions. Time loops, prophetic dreams, and Mandela effects. These may not be bugs, but clues. Clues that our waking life is just a layer, and deeper awareness is calling us to wake up. If reality is a dream, how do we wake up? Here are ancient and modern tools. 1. Lucid dreaming training. Practicing awareness in dreams leads to greater consciousness in waking life. 2. Meditation and mindfulness. Detaching from ego and observing the mind lets you see through the illusion. 3. Breathwork. Conscious breathing resets brainwave states and unlocks altered perception. 4. Pineal gland activation. Through silence, sound, and intention, you stimulate the inner eye. 5. Quantum visualization. Projecting your desired reality as if it already exists bends probability. 6. Detox from digital noise. The more you unplug, the clearer the matrix becomes. What if this life is a school, a simulation to test, grow, evolve, and remember? Then your struggles aren't failures, they're tests. Your joy isn't fleeting, it's a glimpse of the source. And your awakening, that's the moment when the dreamer stirs and realizes that even the dream is sacred. You are not a passenger in this dream. You are the dreamer, the creator, the observer, and the experiencer. You are quantum awareness itself, pretending to be human, for a time. So the next time life feels strange, the next time you wonder if this is all real, whisper to yourself, maybe I'm dreaming, maybe I'm remembering who I truly am.